Hello guys, today I'm going to be showing off a 3D item placer I implemented in my game. And look at this. Boom. Oh my goodness. What is that? It wants to place a tower? Oh, it can't go in there. Oh, I'm gonna stop talking like that. Okay, so if I right click, it doesn't place it. These green squares are placeholders for items, and they're just all green squares because, yeah, basically this inventory, these are buttons. I click the button and then it instantiates this scene, and it will like follow the player, and then I can press left click to place. I'm realizing I should probably add that as an instruction. I can rotate it whichever way, but it also rotates with me. Left click, animation, and that triangle, that little cone thing is a placeholder. It wouldn't normally be there, but it does a cool little animation thing. When it interacts with collisions, it's like, I don't want to be placed. Yeah, now I'm going to go to the code, the COD. Okay, so I have a pivot, and then I have a tower placer. I think the way the sprite works, I'm just using the Kenny assets right now, and for some reason he like gets flipped around the other way, so that's why it looks like it's behind him, but really the item gets placed in front of him, I swear. Now we have tower placement variables. It's the two nodes and then a boolean for if it's being placed. Then this is my scene, the tower that gets instantiated. I guess maybe I should go there first. Okay, so this is the tower. It has the labels that tell it what to do. It has the collision, and then it has mesh parent. Because I instantiate the mesh of whatever the tower. This is like the actual tower. It is told what the mesh is so that it knows like what to look like. So I have all the meshes here. I don't know if this is the best way to do it. This might not be the best, but these are the meshes, and then these are the scenes. Because it needs the mesh, and then it needs the scene. I think I needed the mesh because I edit all the materials on it, and then if I didn't do it like this, it was gonna edit the scene as well. And then I have the mesh parent. I have whatever the mesh ends up being, another boolean tower of type tower. I have the towers are resources. I should say that too. Maybe I could go to my tower resource. I don't know. I'm trying to make this as helpful as possible, but really I just made this and now I'm kind of sharing. Oh wow, look what I did. Nope, that's not the place I want to be. Tower resource. Literally has a ton of boolean stuff to be like, check this out. If you go here, I can just create a resource really quickly. And yeah, so this is like the sprite. I installed a text thing. Oh, that's so like non-descriptive, but I forgot what it's called. It's an add-on. Maybe I could find it. Boop. BB code editor. And then so that also adds the text effects I want for the item. And there's a ton of stats in there. Anyways, connects there. And now let's get back into the actual stuff. Okay, so when you first instantiate this scene with the player will like instantiate the scene, and then it adds the mesh so you know what you're looking at, and it makes sure that if there's any overlapping areas, or if it has no overlapping areas, then it'll make it green so that you know you can place it. And then this is how I handled the rotation stuff and the placement. Put in tower type and argument. Okay, well, that's what I'll do later, I guess. And then cancel. That just stops the stuff from happening. And then set mesh material. This is used like whenever it hits something because it needs to change colors. It was kind of difficult with the way the meshes worked from Kenny. I think I used what type of models? I think it was FBX models. Yeah. Maybe otherwise it wouldn't be like this annoying, but I had to like type in the color I wanted for each one. So this is normal. This was all the value in red, and then I have the alpha as 0.5, so you can like kind of see through it. And then you set the override material, and then on can place area entered, it makes it false, so you can't place, and it sets the material as red because you're like, oh, you're in an object that you can't be in. That's not cool. And then on can place this one, like it's exited, you're outside of the bad area. Boom, now you can place it because it's happy times. And then you place the tower. So if you can place, then it does everything you want it to do. It instantiates the real tower, and it uses, oh, that's why I have the tower scene dictionary, because it has the scenes. And then I use the tower, and I use the tower resource to get the scene name, and then I instantiate it. And then root added, global position, make the Y like normal, because first, oh, and I was jumping, when I was jumping, the global position would be like up higher, so I made sure that it lands on the floor. And then I had to get the pre-animation rotation stuff so that it would rotate with the player, and then more stuff to set the material as happy or not. And then here we go. In here I connect the button signal. None of this is arcade stuff. Okay, so if it press inventory and other stuff, excuse me, and then your inventory, it'll show it, and you can't move, and it lets the mouse be seen. And then if you exit the inventory. Which maybe I just realized I need to make sure the inventory is actually open. Whoops. And doesn't really matter. That doesn't really change much. Process. This lets you rotate. Or wait. Nope. This is just more movement stuff. Item button pressed. Okay, this is why I said I can't do the inventory video yet, because the inventory is gonna have more items. I only have towers in here so far. Anyways, it'll be like, oh, your tower, I'm gonna do this. And then it spawns the tower. This is oh, my dog is crying. Anyways, tower placed. Bruh. Okay, I think, oh yeah, whoops, I'm so blind. Okay, so yeah, when it's pressed, it spawns the tower, which boom, it summons it, and you're gonna place it down. And then when you place it, then you can't place anything yet. So again, that's pretty epic. Hopefully all this was understandable. I don't really know. If you guys have questions, I'll literally answer them. But I noticed just not many people have videos on this item placement stuff, and it was kind of annoying to figure it out, but also I'm just a newbie. And yeah, AI is helpful making me get through this quicker, but it definitely took a few working brain cells, I will give it that. Now, quick moment, shout out myself, not myself, my fans. I got my first ever fan art in the history of my life about Lux Labyrinth, my first game. It's not the best game that I've well, yeah, it's just not the best game, but it is my first game, and this is my first fan art. That is so epic. So if you guys want to be part of epicness, like Lamanos, who submitted that, join the Discord. I don't know if it's still in the description, honestly, but yeah. And if you have more questions about what on earth I'm making here, because honestly I don't even know sometimes, but trust it's gonna be cool. Look, I'll even get a glimpse. I'll give a glimpse into the next part. I'll place on another tower for ha-ha-has. Oh my goodness, cool animation. And here's this. What? Yup. Game inside of a game. It's already been done before. But I also forgot to show off, it reminds me about the particle stuff. So for the tower, this much might be another video for the tower, but if you're curious about specifically like the particles, it's just when it summons in, I have a spawn particle, little thing happening, and when it's ready, I have the spawn in animation play, and it makes everything start emitting, and it makes the mesh get rotated and all that fun stuff to make it look really epic. EPIC, epic. Look at that. Wow. Okay, thank you guys for watching, if you even did watch it this far. Hopefully I helped at all. Hopefully I made sense. I was honestly stumbling on a lot of stuff. I was a little confused, but I swear I understand what I did. It's just, I didn't do this that recently. This is kind of like old stuff that I'm looking back through and wanted to show off. Anyways, thank yous. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.